been putting all my people on. Ain't no telling where these profits taking us.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Mr. Kingdom Cash, Charles Dyson here, coming to you with another installment of Kingdom Cash Presents the Free Trading Training. In this video, we're going to be talking about how the market moves. How the market moves. This is going to be very informative. It's important for you to understand this principle, and it's not hard to understand. And actually, if you understand this, if you understand how the market moves, if you understand the flows, the ebbs and flows in the market, then it will be easier for you to trade. Okay, so I'm going to go over some basic stuff. Does not mean that you should skip this video if you already know it. Learning how to trade is all about repetition. So watch this video all the way through, even if you've heard this information before. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. Let me draw it like this. So the market moves like this. Okay. This is an uptrend. Okay. Classic Elliott waves. All right. That'll be an uptrend. This will be what we call a downtrend. And as I stated before, there's only two types of trades you can take. You can only take a buy or a sell, right? And the market also does this. It's called consolidation. All right, where the market moves between 2 points, bouncing up and down, right? Just like this. The market moving between two areas, bouncing up and down. Now, the type of trader I am, I'm a trend trader. So any strategy that I teach is going to be teaching you how to trade with the trend. So for that purpose, we will never, ever trade consolidation. We won't ever do this. We won't ever trade consolidation, okay? So let's clean this up a little bit. I messed it up. All right, so we won't ever trade consolidation. Really, what we're going to be focused on is uptrends and downtrends, recognizing them and trading them. All right, now, for example purposes, what the market likes to do, all right, the market likes to go up, and this part of the trade is called an impulse, all right? It's the beginning of a move, the impulsive move, right? And this part of the trade, I'm going to teach you this, and hopefully I don't forget one. All right. First part, or that second part of the trade is called a retracement. It also can be called consolidation. It can also be called a pullback. And it also can be called a correction. There we go. There's four terms that mean the same exact thing. You'll hear different traders use these words interchangeably, but this part of the move can be called any of these terms: retracement, consolidation, pullback, or correction. Okay. You'll most likely always hear me refer to it as a correction or a pullback. You might hear me say retracement, right? But that's what that's called. And then you have third part of the trade called the continuation, okay? And then you have another pullback, another continuation, another pullback, another continuation, right? That's how the market likes to move. Now, here's where people and their training, here's where they get caught up, okay? Let me do this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. This next part is extremely important, okay? So you got your impulse, you got your pullback, okay? Now, what happens is when the pullback takes place, there's going to be an area of support, okay, where the market does not want to go below this area. Now, if you want to get a mental picture of what support really is, think of something under you, all right, a floor. It's a floor. And what the market sometimes will do is revisit a floor over and over again before it wants to make its move, okay? That can happen. But we call it a support because it's a floor. It is a floor, right? Now, what the market will do, when it's ready to make its move, it will go ahead and create the continuation. Now, this area right here can be known as resistance. It's a ceiling, right? So if I take an imaginary ball and I throw it at the ceiling, what's going to happen? It's going to bounce off the ceiling and come down. If I take that same imaginary ball and I throw it at the floor, it's going to bounce off the floor and go up. Under you is support. The ball bounces off the support and goes up. Above you is resistance. Throw the ball at the ceiling, it's going to bounce and come down. That's what the market does. It goes up, hits resistance, a ceiling, comes back down. The market goes down, hits the area of support, bounces, goes back up. Right? Simple enough. Now, I'm going to mark this ceiling as resistance. Okay? Because the market went up, it bounced off the ceiling and came down. Right? Now, this is so critical to understand. When the market retraces, right? What most people are taught is that the market will come to this area of resistance and will become a support. And what you want to look for is buying opportunities. This is what most people are taught. Okay? That's actually incorrect. All right? And this is why a lot of people get their stop loss hit, is because they don't understand how the market moves. The truth is, here's the truth. The truth is this market, there's no rule that says it has to stop at this resistance area that is now a potential support area. There's no rule that says it has to stop there. The truth is that this market can come anywhere in here and actually find support to go up. Anywhere in here, all the way back to this level right here, the previous level that was actually a support, right? So the truth is that this whole entire zone is a potential buy zone. It is a potential buy zone, this whole area. So watch this. The reason why this is important to understand is because with what most people are taught, looking for support here to go up, well, if you're looking for support right here and you happen to put your stop loss here under that support area, well, this is why most people say, oh, the market is hunting my stop loss. They always know where I'm putting my stop loss. No, you're actually putting your stop loss in the buy zone. So the market makers, the market manipulators, they know that most traders around the world are taught this. They know that most traders around the world are looking for this buy right here. So what do? They move the market lower right into this area, most likely where you have your stop loss, and they hit your stop loss, okay? And it seems like they came right to where your stop loss was, and then they took the market the way they wanted to go in the first place, right? So if most of the world is being educated incorrectly, that's why most of the world is losing in their trades. But now that you have the right information, okay, and you understand that this whole entire area right here is a potential buy zone, now that you understand that, what will you do? It will be wise to put your stop loss below the buy zone. So no matter what the market makers decide to do, no matter how low in this area they decide to go, okay, you're safe. What has been your biggest day trading thus far?
Man, my biggest day trading so far has been a little over $2,400, man, in a day.
Went from about $1,000 to about $5,800 in 2 days. And then this most recent one I got right now started at 565, and right now we're at about 4,500.
I flipped 400 to $2,200. Put it like that. Jeez. In a couple hours.
My biggest trading week was 17,000 US dollars.
How long did it take to make that?
3 days.
My biggest day trading actually was last week. I put up over $1,100 in one day, and the week I ended off with about $1,500.
Tell me what your first impressions were from when you did the training, when you first learned Skittles.
Well, like when I first learned it, I had to keep looking at it. I was like, no, this is just too simple. This is like, again, just talking to myself, like, okay, because I'm already like not really like computer savvy. So once I got to the Skittles strategy, the first video, I'm like, oh wait, I gotta take notes for this. I was like, no way, this is easy. But like at the end of it, I was just like, all right, like this is all I have to do. Now I get what Salita was saying, 1, 2, 3, take the trade.
You just saw the amazing results, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking for more people around the world to serve. It doesn't matter where you are. I'm looking for people to help become successful through the reality of making money from a phone and making money while you sleep. And I got some tags on the screen right now, multiple ways to contact me. If you reach out, I'll be willing to show you exactly how this works. I'll be willing to accept you into my private community, and I'm gonna serve you and teach you how to multiply money from your phone exactly like you saw the results of the other people just a moment ago. So ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait to serve you. I'm accessible. You can check my Instagram stories, my YouTube stories, and you'll see when my next live presentation will be. I want you to come hear it for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, one message can change everything. Can't wait to talk to you and help you understand how you can change your life. Talk to you soon.
Now, sometimes they'll even go lower than that, right? Sometimes they'll go even lower than this particular area because, once again, there's no rule that says the market has to absolutely stop at that level. Sometimes they'll go even deeper, right, on the pullback before they decide to go up, right? And then later on in the training, you'll hear me talk about how to handle losses. This is important because sometimes they'll come all the way back, hit your stop loss, even though you knew, what the tendency of the market is. Sometimes it happens. Your stop loss will get hit. I got a video within this training that's going to teach you how to handle those losses, okay? But anyway, back to the topic at hand. So, watch this. Now that you know that, let's clean this up a little bit. What happens next? The market makes another impulsive move up. Okay, the market makes another impulsive move up. Now what? Okay, so now this is a new area of resistance right here. right here. Okay, and the market can do what? What can the market do? It can retrace here, or it can come even deeper, right? Because now this area that was once resistance and then became support, that's now the new bottom. Okay, that's the new bottom. This is now the area that can be considered the buy zone, right? This is the area that can be considered the buy zone. So what can the market do? It can come here, bounce, and then go up. It can come even deeper and then go up. It can come all the way back down here and then go up, right? There's no rule that says it has to stop there. It can come even deeper and then go up, right? All of those are possibilities. Now let's talk about a change in trend. How do we get a change in trend? Well, let's say this market came deep, right? Deep. And then retraced and hit this area that was support and created resistance. That can happen too, right? And then what we would be looking for to confirm a change in trend is an impulsive, or excuse me, a continuation down. Move this out the way so it doesn't confuse you. A continuation down, right? And then what? Then what? Well, now we're talking about the opposite. We're talking about the market doing this. And what do you know? Now this support can now be resistance, right? But watch this. Where's my sell zone going to be? Where's my sell zone going to be? Well, this is the last high right here. So now this whole entire area now becomes a potential sell zone. It becomes a potential sell zone, right? And then my stop loss is going to go above that sell zone. Okay? So now the market retraced. It can bounce off this area and go down. It can come higher and then go down. It can go even higher and then go down. It can go all the way back to this level and then go down, right? So this entire area now becomes your sell zone, right? Now, just to explain it again, make it even clear, let's just do a sell scenario. I want to make sure you guys get this, all right? Impulse, correction, right? Continuation, right? Now, this right here was support, right? And this right here is the last high, resistance. What can the market do? It can come all the way here. It can stop at this previous support, create a resistance, okay? And it could stop here and then continue down. Or what do we know? We know this entire zone can be our sell zone. It can come, excuse me, the market can come anywhere in this area, and then come down. Now the cool part about this is I have a really, really powerful Fibonacci training within my private coaching community where I teach you how to measure these areas, these potential areas where the market will turn around. And you can literally time the market. You can actually measure the market and find these areas where the market will like to turn around at with precision, right? And that training is within my community that Christina and I, my wife, Christina, Lady Kingdom Cash, Christina Dyson, and I created with our partner called The Lifestyle. There'll be some links in the description box of this video. You can check it out. Fill out the form for mentorship. It'll lead you straight to our community, our free community, where you can see the testimonies that we've been able to produce from people getting training within our private community. But it's really powerful what you can do with measuring these areas. But anyway, so the market can come all the way here and continue back down. The market can go even higher and then continue down, right? That's what we were just talking about. But for this example, let's just say it went to here and then did what? Continued down, right? I'm not going to make this too technical. It's another example I could have showed you guys, but I'm going to keep it moving. All right, so by now you guys should be catching on to what's going on here, right? So the market has come down. This is now an area of support, right? So when the market retraces, where's our sell zone? Where's our potential sell zone? This whole entire area is our potential sell zone, right? But let's give you another example. What happens if the market comes all the way back here to where? To what? A resistance area, right? Let's clean this up so we don't confuse you guys. All right. And then what happens? How does this end up changing directions, right? The market can come here and create a level of what? Support. And then what? It can break the sell zone. Remember, this whole area was our sell zone originally when we were looking for our sell, right? Actually, this area here for this trade, this is what we were looking for. The market to come here and come down, or the market to come here and come down, right? That would have been our sell zone. But if the market breaks the sell zone, creates a high, comes down, creates support at that area, right? Creates support where the top of our sell zone was, and then creates a continuation move up, that confirms that our downtrend has been broken. Our downtrend has been broken, and now we should be looking for an uptrend to begin, right? This is how the market moves. Now, you can replay this video. I strongly encourage you to replay this video over and over again until you understand it, okay? But when we put the candles on the chart and then we start looking at real life examples of this, it's very easy to see in downtrends and also in uptrends the market play out exactly as I just explained. Exactly as I just explained, right? So, for example, let's take this for example, right? We're in a downtrend. Let's draw it out. We got impulse, correction, continuation. Well, in this area, a high was created, right? So you got impulse, correction, continuation, correction, right? Continuation. Now, what are most people taught? Watch this. Boom. That's the support. Most people are taught that the market will go up, right? Where this was a support, this will create resistance, and we get the sell to the downside. Is that what happened? No, it is not what happened. What did the market do? Right? This whole entire area is our sell zone. We could take the sell from here to here, anywhere in this area, and our stop loss would go where? Up here, right? Above this area. But watch this. If you didn't know what I just taught you, this is the reason why most people, their stop loss gets hit, because they're looking for the trade here. They're entering here, looking for this support to now become resistance and just get their sell right at that point. And guess what? Guess what the market makers did? Nope, we're actually going up. We're going to hit your stop loss. We're going to take your money. And then we're going to go the direction we wanted to go in the first place. See how that works? Right? And it happens over and over again. So now this was our sell zone. We would have got our sell. The market would have kept moving down. Let's keep on with the example. It happens over and over and over again. So the market comes up, right? It comes down, right? Correction, continuation. All right. Now, this becomes a floor. All right. This becomes the high. Sell zone is anywhere in this area. Didn't quite. And another thing I need to make sure you guys understand. When I'm putting these lines on the chart, I want you to understand that this is a zone. This is a zone. It doesn't have to be exact on the line. Okay? Likewise, this is a zone. It does not have to be exact on the line. So this actually counts. Right here, see you got wicks right along that zone. I want you to think of this line as a zone, and then you got your market drop. You got the market continuing its downtrend. Okay, all right. So the market continues its downtrend. Continues its downtrend. Excuse me. Boom, boom, boom. All of these retracements here. Retracement here. Boom. Okay. And then what do we got? Let's see. Clean this up. What do we got after that? All right. So we draw this out. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Right? So the market came from up here. Right? Created a floor. Created resistance here. This whole area here would have been our sell zone. And just like I told you guys, the market can go higher than our sell zone. And this will happen to you. You'll have a stop loss here above the sell zone, and the market comes up and gets it. Right? It happens. It absolutely happens. But for the sake of time, I don't want to keep going through examples over and over again. I'll do a buy example and show you the exact same thing. The exact same thing on the buy, right? So this is how the market moves. Bottom, up, boom. And then you got these moves, these little itty bitty moves on the way up. Notice I'm on a 4-hour chart as well. I didn't really specify that earlier, but I'm on a 4-hour chart. Impulse, correction, we could use this whole area as continuation. Correction, right? Now, we do have that right there going on, okay? So what's happening here? We got a floor here. We have a ceiling here. The market went up, created a ceiling, market retraced, created a floor, continuation, ceiling, right? That's what the market did. All right. Now, this whole area right here becomes our buy zone. And we have to look at this like we can't see what happened over here, right? Because in reality, when you're looking at the chart, the edge of the screen, you wouldn't be able to see this over here, right? But based on how the market moved, impulse, correction, continuation, correction, right? Where would our stop loss go? Below this area, right? And then we got what? Continuation, right? It created a high. It created a high. Now, this is important. The market can also revisit these same areas. See how it kept revisiting? That's support. That's a strong support area, right? Strong support again, strong support again, strong support again, right? But remember, this whole area is our buy zone. The whole area is the buy zone, right? And the market kind of did one of these. It went up, it retraced, it came back here, and then did what? Consolidated. Remember that example I gave you guys? This is consolidation. That's all it did. It consolidated. But it does not mean that this uptrend is over, because we never got the market doing that. The market did not break this area, retest this area, and then continue down. That's not what happened at all. All it did was consolidate. So we are still in an uptrend, right? All of this noise in between these lines, when the market is moving sideways, does not matter. It's still an uptrend. If it did not break this level, right? The market did not break that level, retest that level, and continue down, then ladies and gentlemen, you are still in an uptrend. So don't let any of this confuse you, because then what do we get? Eventually, we got a break of that level, a retest of this level, right? And a continuation to the next level, right? So once again, that created a high, right? And just to clean this up a little bit to make it easier to understand. Make it easier to understand. Impulse, correction, right? This is the high. It can correct here, but how far can it go down? Right? So watch this. This whole area now becomes the buy zone. Okay? That whole area now becomes the buy zone. Because the market can come back here, but there's no rule that says it has to stop there. It can come all the way here and continue up. It can come all the way here and continue up. Oops. All the way down here and continue up, right? This whole area is the buy zone. You see how this works? It just happens over and over and over again, right? Over and over and over again. So market continues up, 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 until it gets to a point where the market does not want to go higher than that area, right? Consolidation, and it's got to break out one way or another, right? Over and over and over again. And that's how the market moves. All right. So, hope this was clear for you guys to understand. Like I said, you want to watch this again. And honestly, I'm just explaining this to you so you have some knowledge of how the market moves. The strategy is going to be much easier than what I just explained. But knowledge of what I just explained is going to make trading the strategy easier, right? You want to apply market knowledge to the strategy so you have an understanding of why the market does what it does. And also that will equip you when you lose a trade to evaluate why you lost and understand how to adjust. You'll hear me talk about that in another video within this training. All right, I'm gonna stop it right here for the sake of time. Definitely check the description box of this video. Some very great information, resources there for you guys. Fill out the form if you want to consider personal mentorship from myself, my wonderful, beautiful wife, Lady Kingdom Cash, Christina Dyson, and I would love to mentor you and coach you if you want to get that from us. And don't skip through this training. Watch every single video. The mentality stuff is actually more important than the things that I do on the charts. All right, step by step through this training. By the time you get this strategy, it's going to be absolutely amazing. All right, like I always say, if I can help you change your perspective, I can help you change your life. See you in the next video. Peace.